Hello, I hope you're all doing well. So today is Saturday the 19th of October, so we are well into October now, and I already have 3 midterms coming up this week. I have 2 on Monday and 1 on Tuesday, so I have a poetry one, a linguistics one, and a British history one. It just flew by so fast. I was not caught off guard in the sense that I knew we were going to have midterms in certain classes, but it just hit me so hard, so fast, that it's just been very overwhelming. And it seemed like yesterday that I started university. In the grand scheme of things, I kind of did, because I started on the 16th of September. It feels pretty insane to be already in like a sort of exam season, knowing that then I will have more exams, like finals, at the end of November and early December. It's incredibly overwhelming, and this week has been a bit difficult for me. Very, very stressful, and I've been procrastinating studying, which is not usually an issue for me. I'm not someone who procrastinates a lot. It's been pretty difficult, a lot of anxiety, and I think that it stems mostly from the fact that I'm absolutely petrified of failing at anything in general. So if I fail at this step, my first exams at university, if I fail these, then what happens next, and what does that entail for my future, if that makes sense? I think that's what it stems from, and I'm just terrified of that, because university seems like it's so much bigger and so much more important, and it feels that way to me as well. That if I fail, like, what will happen to me, you know? So that's what I've been dealing with, and unfortunately it's a cycle of thought that I've been struggling to break. I've been procrastinating, so I haven't been studying as much as I would like to, which is very difficult for me to deal with, because it's not a feeling that I'm used to. Usually I'm someone who is able to sit down, study, and then, you know. So I don't know what's going on. It's just very scary. Since I'm a very pessimistic person, I've been trying to find the good and positive in things in other areas of my life. So for instance, it's autumn in Paris, it's October, so it's spooky season, and it's been very autumnal. We've had a lot of rain, and when I mean a lot of rain, I mean last Wednesday was the rainiest day in recorded history in Paris since 1920. So it's been a lot of rain. But I don't know, it just feels very lovely, and I love rain in October, so it's been very nice. Next week I have a week off, have my autumn break, so I'll have a week to decompress from my exams and then get back to it, basically. I won't have exams until probably the end of November and early mid-December, because then I'm on Christmas break is on the 21st of December, I think, for me, so until the 5th of January. This is so scary to me, because it feels like I'm standing here and everything is going by like this, and there's nothing, no stopping, nothing. It's just time running by, and you don't see it. I can't explain this thought, because to me it's just like, it's mind-blowing. It's something I've observed for the past 2 years. I feel like I've been sitting here and my life has just been like going by so quickly in front of me, and I feel like I'm not doing anything with it. And I don't know what's going on. And it's terrifying. I think I can't be the only one feeling this way, but it feels like lately it's been hitting me so hard. What is going on with time and my perception of time is what is worrying me. That's what I've been dealing with. On another note, big sidetracking, something that is a little bit reassuring that happened yesterday, and it's been a long time coming. I've been thinking about this for a year, looked at all my options. I've always been an iPad gal, never a laptop gal, don't like laptops, hate computers, not my thing. And when I mean always, not always, but ever since I've been in school, I don't know, middle, high school, I've always had an iPad, and it's always been my thing. I prefer iPads. It's so much better, so much more comfortable for me. But the iPad that I had has slowly been giving up on life, so it's been very annoying to deal with at university. It has glitches, or it's just battery runs out so quickly and it's just not fluid, it's not comfortable. So for a year now, a bit more, I've been looking at my options, what's affordable, what's not, because we all know that Apple is incredibly expensive. So I've been looking at reconditioned items and I got an iPad Pro yesterday. Here's the beast. It's big. I got the 12.9 inch iPad. This one came out in 2022, so I wanted something recent, but not too recent so that it's not too expensive, and my parents and I found something that was affordable, and that met all my criteria, because I wanted something to last the entirety of my curriculum, basically, at university. So that's most likely going to be 5 years, and this will definitely hold up, I think. I hope. And it is great. It is in perfect condition, and yeah, it's great. It's very light, it's very comfortable to use, it's very fluid. It has the newest like iOS update, so it just feels very new, and it's relief to have something that works. The past few weeks I've been constantly worried that my iPad is just going to die on me while I'm in class typing something, because it has happened for it to just turn off. Prefer having something that is operational and that is great. That was a big relief, so that took off a little percentage of my anxiety, but probably just 1 or 2%. And unfortunately I cannot bring it to university yet because it doesn't have a case, and I'm not taking this anywhere without a case. It is almost 2 in the afternoon. I'm going to study because I absolutely need to study to just reassure myself. I've already studied linguistics last night, but today I need to study poetry and British history, and I will continue doing that tomorrow. Tomorrow I'm hoping to do like a full day of studying. At 4 I have to meet with a friend who is not from my university, whom I've known for a year and a half. She was one of my mum's students, because my mum is a like private English tutor. I'm going to meet her for coffee at 4. So I'll probably have to leave my house around 3:30. So I have an hour to study and work, and I'll probably study some more this evening. I think my biggest midterm this week is going to be my poetry midterm, because in linguistics our class is an hour and a half, and our professor told us it's probably not going to last the whole hour and a half, and I think it's going to be like the exercises that she gives us in class, which are pretty easy for me as I'm completely bilingual, because I study English literature, if you didn't know. English literature and more, but I'm not going into that now. And the British history one is going to last an hour, not 2 hours, which is the duration of our class. And it's going to be just questions and questions on a document, I think. So that should be okay. I just have to really retain all the important dates and stuff like that. Anyway, I've rambled for long enough, so I think I'm gonna stop and get to studying, and I will see you when I see you. I'm about to leave. I think it is 11:45, and I have my discussion class, my British history midterm, and then my linguistics class. this Thursday I thought I would sit down and catch you up on how my week of midterms went. Well, not my week, 2 days, because I had 3 midterms in 2 days. I did want to mention first of all that yesterday my dad and I carved our pumpkin. It's not my best work, but we also strangely only have one this year, which is weird because we usually have 2. So I'm gonna try and petition for a second one. What I meant to say was that last night my dad and I went to see Lee Miller in the cinema, and if you didn't know, Lee Miller was a war photographer and she was a woman, which is of course very unusual, and she mainly focused her work on women, Holocaust victims, and women as Holocaust victims as well. Her work is absolutely stunning. She's very known for one iconic photograph which is called Hitler's Bathtub, and I mean, her photographs are absolutely stunning, and she's an icon. She's an incredibly important photographer in the world of war photography as well as just photography in general. The film was great. Kate Winslet was absolutely brilliant. She's a stunning actress, but in this film, wow. I mean, it's very much Oscar worthy to me. It's a very important film concerning women and the Holocaust. I think it was just a great film. I'm not gonna go on forever because I could keep going, but anyway, I really recommend it. Be careful if you are very sensitive to graphic images concerning the Holocaust or the Holocaust in general. It may not be for you, but I do really recommend it. I think overall, I think my midterms went well. I won't know for sure until I have my grades, of course, which will most likely be the week after next week. Also, parentheses, I think I said I won't have any more exams until late November, early December. Apparently I have a phonetics exam the week after next week on Monday. And I am devastated because I despise phonetics. It's probably my least favourite class. I really hate it. I don't think anybody in that class enjoys phonetics. I think it's the most wretched thing ever. Like, it was interesting at first, but now it's just... The thing is that we have to learn the entire phoneme alphabet for the exam because it's mostly going to be like transcriptions and stuff like that. So my poetry midterm was a guided commentary in a poem. So we had to do 3 paragraphs, no introduction, no conclusion, that'll be for the final. And it was guided in the sense that our professor had put 3 parts with questions within each part for us to draw inspiration from and guide us, which is why it's a guided commentary. And the poem was a poem by William Wordsworth, which is a poet that I adore. I love his work. And I think it was entitled Composed on Westminster Bridge, September 3rd, 1802. And it's basically a poem about the beauty of London. And of course I related to it because I adore London. And so I think I did okay. I'm usually very good at managing my time, but a professor told us that she was going to tell us every 30 minutes the time. She did not, she forgot. So I was in a rush at the beginning and I finished early, so you know, there are a few ideas that I should have gone further into, but it's fine. I think I did okay nonetheless. I'm hoping I did. And then my linguistics one was really quick and easy, except for one exercise which was about genitives. And the thing is that as someone who's bilingual and who didn't learn the English language, this came to me because it was my mother tongue and my mum spoke to me in English for my entire childhood until, I mean, she still does, you know, but it's the first language that I heard. So there are some things that I just can't explain in the English language. I just can't, because it's instinct to me and I didn't learn this language, if you will. I don't know if this makes sense. So that was the one exercise that was kind of difficult for me, but the rest was really fine, I think. And then I had my British history midterm on Tuesday, which went well, I think. I think I'm pretty confident about that one, I hope. I'm never confident about anything I do, but I do hope that it went well, except for one thing which I realised afterwards that I was wrong, and I talked about it with a friend and I said, like, we both got it wrong. I realised afterwards that I put in the wrong date, like right after like giving in my copy, so yeah, but it's fine. It was a really, there weren't many points on that question. 1.5 points, and I'll probably get 0.5 because I did get some of the question right. I think I did okay for the rest. I'm hoping. I really want to get a good grade in that class because I love this class so much. I'm so passionate about it. It fascinates me so much, especially because we're working currently on the Elizabethan age, which is like the golden age of Great Britain. I knew my dates, I knew my course really well because I didn't have to do much work to retain the information because I was interested, if that makes sense. So it wasn't too hard for me to like retain everything that we had worked on because I sort of knew it already. So that's how my midterms went, and now I'm really gonna hope that I did okay. Really gonna hope. I did get 1 grade back though on my oral presentation on Dead Post Society for my discussion class, and I think I mentioned this in my last video that I was terrified to present in front of my group. And so I talked to my professor and he said that's completely fine, just send me a recording of your presentation. So I did that. Our grading system in France is out of 20 and I got a 19. That's how my week went. So tomorrow I have my lecture at 10:30 and then I'm done and I have a week off. So I've been resting yesterday. Besides carving my pumpkin, going for a walk and going to the cinema, I didn't do much. I think it's going to be the same today, although I did want to do some crafty things because I've missed crafting since I started university and since my baccalaureate last year. It's just been like my exams last year. I haven't really gotten to do anything crafty with my hands because I do like arts and crafts, I don't know, like I do collages and stuff like that. And I recently got the Choosing Keeping Christmas catalogue, which I think I talked about Choosing Keeping. It's my favourite stationery shop in London. I love it so much. And this year their Christmas collection is Rococo Christmas, and their catalogue is just stunning. So I ordered it once a few weeks ago and I loved it so much that I wanted to get a second one so that I could cut it up and use in my collages because it's absolutely stunning. Such beautiful pages that, I mean, Halloween decorations. It's the one store that like I could spend all my money in that one store and I would be happy. I'm not kidding. Like how stunning is that? A Rococo Christmas through cinema.